Greetings, friend. How are you doing today? I have a question for you. Would you allow some, smelly, stinky, grumpy, mean, rude, homeless in your house? Would you allow, when you have a house, would you allow some smelly, stinky, grumpy, mean, homeless in your home? And I just completed actually one of my class with my mentor, and in there, the mentor was talking about that we are the landlord of our thoughts. And isn't that interesting? I'm actually standing outside my home here, right outside my home. This is my front door, getting ready for Halloween in the United States. But it's make me thought. I was like, wow, we are the landlords of our thoughts. Isn't that so very true? Our mind is like the house of all the things, all the thoughts that we have in our mind. And so the question I have is, if we are the landlord of our thoughts, would we allow, if you are in your house, would you allow some drunk, smelly, stinky, really mean, say homeless, in your home? And if the answer is you would not, then the question is, so why is it so many of us allow mean thoughts? Thank you for watching, friend. Why is it so many of us allow mean thoughts in our life? A lot of time, many of us say really mean things to ourselves, say very hard self-criticism to ourselves. Things like, oh my God, how could you do this again? You're being stupid. You're being unsmart. Oh, look at you, you little fat self. Oh, look at you. And those are really mean thoughts, isn't it? That we're allowing in our house of our life, in our home. And then sometimes it might not be the mean thoughts, but it's like the other thing is some questions would be, would you allow some people who are just like sucks out your energy and your life, like those energy sucking vampires, right? Would you allow energy sucking vampires in your house and in your life? And if not, then the question is, why do we allow unempowering thoughts in our life? Things like, I don't think I can do this. Who am I to be doing this? And on and on and on. And so if we are, if we don't allow smelly, stinky, grumpy, and mean homeless in our home, then we don't want to allow some really mean thoughts that we often have for ourselves, some really, really harsh self-criticisms that we have for ourselves, because our mind is like the landlord for our thoughts. So we can actually choose who's going to be in our house of mind. We can choose what thoughts we want to be in our mind. And the same thing, if we don't allow, we don't welcome and allow energy sucking and life sucking and vampires, so to say, in our life, then why would we allow very unempowering thoughts that many times we have in our life to sit in our mind, in our house of thoughts? And so this is evening time in here, and I just invite you to join me wherever you are. When you go to bed in the evening, tonight in particular, who would you allow in your bedroom? Would you like to go to sleep with some smelly, stinky, grumpy, mean, homeless, or some really unempowering, life and energy sucking vampires? And if the answer is not, then perhaps we also don't want to allow any unempowering thoughts, any mean self-criticisms to go to sleep with us and stay overnight with us. And we want to check them outside of the door and say, okay, well, if you were following me all day, now it's time to stop. Stay outside of my house, stay outside of my physical house. and stay outside of my mind. And that way we don't go to sleep tonight with things that is unempowering, that things just mean, and things just not kind to us, and things that's just not life-giving to us. And I invite you to just join me to practice that and see if you truly practice that. See if you truly practice checking what thoughts are you taking into your bedroom. And what thoughts you're taking in bed in particular, and check those unempowering one, those mean one, those just really not life-giving one outside your home, not just outside your bedroom. See if you actually sleep better, and see how you feel the next morning when you wake up. And if you'd like to share in the comments below, if you would like to participate in the experiment, I would love to hear that, and then hear your feedback after a few days. I used to have really difficult time going to sleep. I used to not able to sleep. I to a point I almost have insomnia actually. I used to have a lot of tough time going to sleep because I have all these things spinning in my head, right? All the thoughts from the day. And I started practicing, so basically letting go before I go to bed. And now I hit the pillow and I am fully asleep within 2 minutes. And I sleep all through the night with no problem and wake up really refreshed in the morning. And as a result, I actually don't need to sleep very much at all. I sleep for a short time, but I sleep through the whole hours, the whole 5.5 hours very, very well. So if you like to experiment, to just join me with my experimentations and actually think about practice that I've been doing for quite some time by now, to just, share in the comment below or message me if you would love some support with this. And I just wish you a very good night tonight whenever you go to bed, but how many hours, regardless of how many hours it is from now. And I wish you a wonderful, restful, peaceful, awesome sleep, full of rest, full of empowering and kind, loving thoughts that make you wake up in the morning tomorrow with nice big smile and ready and to embrace the day with such great joy and peace and fun. And this is Bridget with From Grieving to Joyful Living. I thank you very, very much for watching. I love you very, very much, and I look forward to see you again very, very soon. Feel welcome to share this video with anyone that you'd love, and feel welcome to share your feedback in the comments below as well. Good night for now.